I'm out here in my grow room in our workshop that we just built, and just wanted to show you what we're doing here for a fodder system for our rabbits and chickens. Now right now I've got an extremely simple system. I'm going to credit Jack Spirko with this system. First saw it, heard about it on his podcast, and saw it on his video on his channel. So I'll link you to that in the notes below. I'm not going to repeat everything that he showed, but I just want to kind of show you what we're doing and how it's a little different. Now this is what we consider a finished product. This is about 6 days of growth. As you can see over here, I've got 6 buckets that we're putting some barley seed into. So let me move this out of the way and just show you what I've got here. So on your first night, however much seed you're going to grow every day, you're going to put in a bucket, cover it with a little bit of water, and soak it overnight. In the morning we'll come out here and the buckets will be stacked around so they can get a little bit of light from our lights up here, and again from the windows as well coming through. But we'll stack all the buckets together. All the buckets have holes in the bottom to be able to allow the water to drain through. We'll take tomorrow's growth out in the morning that we're going to feed to the animals, and then we'll pour the seeds into that bucket as the top bucket, and then about a half a bucket of water, so about 2.5 gallons, we'll pour through as well. So we'll end up rinsing about 3 gallons of water down through the buckets, and it just drains from one down to the other. And what I've done here is, what he was doing was growing them outside. Since I'm growing them inside, I've got a drain down there, and I've just got this kiddie pool just to kind of keep any accidental spillage from going everywhere. Just cut a hole in the bottom of it, positioned it over top of the drain, and just got some scrap wood sitting in there just to kind of keep the buckets up off the bottom to allow them to drain properly. And I'll show you these two guys here in just a little while, what I do with them after all the water is good and drained through, how I'm using that to stack up, because this kiddie pool is not big enough to be able to stack 6 buckets out. So you end up having to use the planks to stack a couple of buckets up on top. But I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to take this down to the rabbits. Like I said, that's about 6 days worth of growth. The chickens really don't like that much green in it. They like the seeds and the roots, but they really don't like it like that. So right now we're just using that. That feeds all of the rabbits that we have now every day. What I'm intending on doing, since I'm in here, before we go out to the rabbits, I'm going to show you what we're doing, is I've got this shelving unit that I'm going to reposition. I'm going to reposition it over here along this wall, and I'm going to put some fluorescent lights, just like I have for the lighting for the room, and adjust them or mount them vertically on the wall to be able to cover and give light to every shelf. I'm going to get some trays in order to be able to grow the fodder, and by using those shelves and the trays, then we'll be able to grow a little bit more, and I'll be able to grow about 4 to 5 days worth of growth for the chickens, and maybe even go as many as maybe 7 or 8 days of growth for the rabbits, and be able to use all of the shelves. The way I intend on doing it is on these wire shelves, I'm going to put a little PVC pipe right there. I'm going to stagger them. We'll do one over here, and one over here, one over here, and it will lift the trays up just enough so that I can start at the top, pour the water into the tray, have it drain down to the next tray, come over this way, drain down, come over this way, drain down, and so forth. I just kind of stagger them back and forth that way. And I got that idea, and I don't know what channel. I saw that on another video. A lady did that with hers, and it seemed to work out pretty well. I'll see if I can find that video when I post this and give them credit, because that's where I got the idea for that. Since I'm growing them indoors, one of the things we got, it's cold outside right now. It's about 38 degrees. I just got a little heater over there. We're keeping it about 63 degrees in here. And then I've got a humidifier just to be able to not have the dry, cold air that does come in from the outside, basically dehydrating the seeds as they're in the buckets, keeping that humidifier full and running, just keep it a little extra humid in here so that we're not soaking water out of the seeds into the air. But looks like we're pretty good drained through. So before we go to the rabbits, let me go ahead and unstack these and show you what we're doing here. All right, I'm back here, got the buckets unstacked. And as you can see, we've got some growth down in here. There's probably about 3 days worth of growth in that bucket. We've got about 4.5 in this bucket. And then here we've got 5.5 days worth of growth. This will be ready in the morning when we come back out and do another rinse. We'll take it out and pour the the seeds that are soaking into this bucket here on top of the stack. What I'm doing here is I just kind of got these 2x4s, just kind of giving them a place to rest up above the other buckets, still be able to drain down into the pan below. And then because I've got my lights on either side here of the room and not directly above these, just using these little cups down here just to kind of tilt the buckets in that direction so I can get as much of the light on them as possible. And these are not grow lights, but they do work pretty well. I was able to start the seeds with this set up back in the spring when I did the garden. And essentially what I've got in there is one hot bulb, one cold bulb. So one bulb is completely over into the hot red spectrum. The other bulb is completely down in the cool or the blue spectrum. And it's a pretty good simulation of sunlight for not going in and getting expensive grow lights. So anyways, let's take this down to the rabbits and see how they like it. All right, guys. Well, I've got the barley sprouts all spread apart, torn apart. And we've got all the rabbits in there eating. You can see back to the far part of the cage where they're all nibbling on them and enjoying that. We've got these guys here. Their mother is that black satin you see back in the back. These guys are about, I think they're 5 weeks old, maybe 6 weeks. And as you can tell, man, when it's feeding time, they love it. This is a great, healthy, organic way to be able to grow your own food for your rabbits. And in the wintertime, it's a good substitute for not being able to have them out on pasture in the rabbit tractor. And so, we love the idea of doing this, and can't wait to get the permanent system in place and get out of the buckets and start doing them in the trays so that we can have enough for the chickens and the rabbits. As I said, right now, it's just enough for the rabbits. Of course, during feeding time, all the chickens like to come over here. They've become aware that as the rabbits eat, you can see down in the root mass there, you can still see the parts of seeds and stuff that are there, and some of that stuff manages to fall down through the bottoms of the cages and into where the chickens can get them. And then, of course, the tray that we brought it on has got a little bit of seed left on it, so we're just going to take it over here and here, chick, come on over here. And let's see if they want to come get it. There they come. Nope, not today. Okay, anyways, simple little fodder system, and your rabbits will love it, and we can't wait to do more of it. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing, and as always, we'll talk to you guys later.